Hi there, I'm your personal assistant for working with the ViyarPro constructor. Today, we'll be exploring all the features of the sliding system designer. Let's open up the ViyarPro constructor and navigate to the sliding systems section. In the window that pops up, we can see a visualization of our sliding system with the main parameters panel on the left and the door and sections panel on the right. Let's start by tweaking the basic parameters. From the vertical profile drop-down menu, we'll select the profile we need. For example, let's go with a vertical closed quad profile with a groove. You can check out the visual appearance of all profiles in the reference information for sliding systems under the Types of Profiles section. We've put together a list of all profiles there with active links to specific product categories on our website. Let's choose the color for the aluminum profile. We'll go with white. For our sliding system, we have the option to choose either an N-shaped connection profile or a profile with an overlap for dividing the door sections. We'll go ahead and select the N-shaped profile. Now we need to set the dimensions of the opening where the system will be installed. The program will automatically calculate the required door size, which is displayed below in the cells. The height of the opening is 2500 mm and the width is 2600 mm. We can see that the door height has automatically adjusted to 2457 mm. The overlap width and door width were also automatically set after selecting the profile. Let's set the number of doors. In the drop-down list, we can see that the minimum number of doors is 1 and the maximum is 9. We'll specify 4. Now let's set the number of overlaps, which is how many times the doors will overlap each other by the width of the vertical profile. In our case, the maximum number of overlaps is 3. We can see them in the visualization above. For clarity, let's set the value to 2. You can see how this has changed in our visualization. Let's keep the overlap value at 3. Now, we'll set the type of rollers that will be used for the doors to move in our system. We opt for premium rollers as they can handle a load of 80 kilograms and ensure smooth system operation. The next step is installing the stopper. It's used to secure the sliding element in a specific position on the tracks. You have the option to choose between an upper or lower stopper. The upper stopper is used for doors up to 600 mm as they're lighter. For doors 600 mm and above, it's recommended to use the lower stopper. We're going with the lower one. Below we can see an activated checkbox for the dust brush. This option includes adding a brush seal which is placed on the door's edge. The brush prevents dust from entering the cabinet and also softens the door closure. Note that the dust brush checkbox is automatically activated. The door assembly checkbox allows you to order pre-made doors, leaving you with just the installation of the tracks and fitting the door into the opening. We'll keep this checkbox active to order pre-made doors. Let's move on to the panel, doors and sections. We can edit each of the 4 doors separately. For example, in the door width tab, we can change the automatically set value. Let's change the width of the first door to 700 mm. To select the filling material, click on the desired door in the visualization. In the section window, click on the Select Filling button. From the provided list, choose the necessary material, or if we know the product code, we can enter it in the search field. For example, let's select this filling and click on the Apply button. The designer warns us that installing chipboard filling with a thickness of 10, 16 and 18 mm in a section with an area exceeding 0.6 square meters is not recommended, as in this case, the door may warp due to humidity and temperature changes. This is not an error, but just a warning, after which you can continue working with the filling you've chosen. I'll click the Cancel button and choose a different filling. Let's sort the fillings by thickness. We'll specify 8 mm and select the desired option. Click on the Apply button. We can also divide the door into sections. Let's click on our second door. In the section window, we'll activate the checkbox to split the section. The designer offers us a choice between vertical or horizontal connecting profiles. We'll choose horizontal. The number of parts corresponds to our number of sections. Let's divide the door into 3 sections. If needed, we can modify the sections as we work. For instance, let's click on the middle section of our door. By checking the box, we'll be able to change the size. This is where we can input the new section size. The designer shows us the minimum and maximum sizes we can set based on the door dimensions we've specified. Let's set the section size to 500. We can also choose whether the size change affects the top or bottom section. We'll select up from the list and click Save. In the visualization, we can see that our middle section has decreased in size, while the upper section has increased by 1096 and the lower section remains unchanged. There's also a function for closers, which we can set by activating the checkboxes on the right panel. I'd like to point out that the closers can't be installed together with the stopper, as the designer warns us. Let's remove the stopper and install 2 closers on our third door. The designer indicates that the minimum door width for installing both closers is 730 mm. Let's change our door width to 730 mm and try to activate the closer checkboxes again. Notice that the width has changed by reducing the size of the doors on the left and right. Also on the Doors and Sections tab, next to each door, we see a list of additional operations. For example, we can copy sections to another door. Let's copy the sections from door 2 to door 4. We select from the list the number of the door where we'll copy the sections. Below, we can choose the type of mirroring when copying or copy without changes. Let's choose vertical mirroring. Click on the Save button. Done. We can also specify the same size for multiple door sections. From the list of additional operations for doors, let's choose the option to change the size of a group of sections. We'll select sections 4.1 and 4.3. Looking at the visualization, we can see that they're highlighted in red. Let's set the height value, for example, to 700 mm. Alright, for each individual section, you can choose your own filling, and you can also select one filling for multiple sections at once. Let's specify a 16 mm crown overhang filling for the middle section of this door. Now, from the list of additional operations, we'll choose the option to change the filling for a group of sections. We'll select sections 4.1 and 4.3. From the list of fillings, we'll choose DSP Chronospan 18 mm. If the filling material has a texture direction, we can set it to horizontal by checking the corresponding box. Done. In the visualization, we can see the horizontal direction of the texture displayed. We can also duplicate doors, mirror them, move them, delete them, or divide them into sections. Additionally, we can make all doors the same size with just one click. We've set all the parameters for our future sliding system. Just like in the main part of the constructor, we can save the project in project format or load a pre-prepared project. We'll explain in more detail how to save a project in the constructor in this video. By clicking the Calculate button, we'll receive a file with prices for all parts and services as well as the total cost. After the final check, we can proceed to placing the order. That's everything for now. I hope that after this tutorial, you'll be able to easily create your own sliding system project. Don't forget to like the video if you found the information useful, and feel free to ask your questions in the comments. See you in the next video.